Hi guys, Iko here, just another knife enthusiast, telling you about my first impressions on this new knife that I got today. This is the Alliance Designs OG Jasmine, designed by Laconico. It has a 3.25-inch blade, if I'm not mistaken, RWL34. Lock side of the knife, lock up, and backspacer. As you can see, it has a floating backspacer. Yeah, I guess before I got this knife, I got this on the secondary market. Before I got this knife, I was actually looking for reviews of the OG Jasmine, and I wasn't able to find one. So I guess I'll just give my first impressions, like things that I like about the knife, and then things that are not so positive. Um, on the on the great side, like what I love about this knife is the overall Laconico design. Like it's very simple, very sleek. Um, yeah, if you like the master up keen, this is very similar to that. Like all the lines and the blade shape, it's very similar. Um, I love the finish on the titanium here. It's almost like a gunmetal color. Not sure if it's media blasted or not, but I really like how it looks. Like I think this is the first time I've seen this kind of finish on my knives at least. Uh, yeah, very sleek design. Has a blue pivot collar that gives a nice accent to the knife. Very nice, very gorgeous. The other thing that I like would be the action on the knife. Like this thing fires like a rocket. There we go with a spidey flick and a thumb flick. Closing action. Not completely drop shot, but very close. Just a few wiggles there. And yeah, uh, so those are the positives. Like a very gorgeous knife, great action. Some of the not so positive impressions that I have. First would be the lack of an over travel stop. Like you'd think that for the price that this goes for, uh, they'll include some of the bells and whistles of a more expensive knife, right? So that's one. And the other thing that I'm having a hard time liking is the thumb stud. Like although it's very effective to use to open, like I can never fail the knife. The the thumb studs aren't chamfered, which is a shame because like as far as the handle goes, everything is chamfered. Like the speed holes doesn't have sharp corners, sharp edges on them. The lock bar axis doesn't have any sharp corners to it. Even the milled titanium clip doesn't have any sharp corners to it. I, I'm not sure why they forgot to chamfer a bit the thumb studs. Like everything, all the texture that you see there, all the edges that you see there, none of it is chamfered. Like they're very sharp. I know it helps you deploy the knife better, but yeah, like for people who fidget with their knives all too often, I'm pretty sure that'll become bothersome after a few flicks, a few thousand flicks. But yeah, um, I guess the one last thing that I have complaints about, or not a complaint, but is something that I wish uh, the knife, like I wish the design considered. Um, the like there are just holes in the knife that aren't actually necessary. Like the hole to see the lock bar, or sorry, the stop pin is not necessary. It's not really necessary for the functionality of the knife. Like the stop pin actually has an indent in the titanium, so it won't travel from left to right. So you can actually have that that hole covered without affecting how the stop pin is placed. Same here. If you notice, the screws on the show side actually screw onto the lock side titanium, lock side scale. And this screw doesn't have to be that long that it would protrude from the lock side. Like it's a relatively thick lock side scale that you could have easily uh, shortened that screw and have that as smooth titanium over there. Because I know they can do it because this screw actually screws on this screw actually screws on top of the same hole as this screw. So yeah, just a few uh, design elements that I thought were weird. Like I wish the holes weren't there. Like imagine how more sleek or how cleaner the knife design would be without those holes. But yeah, overall I like the knife. It's a very gorgeous knife. Action is great. I haven't cut with it yet. I've only had it for a few hours, but so far so good. Like I like the knife, and yeah, hopefully I can put some use into it and comment on how on the ergos and like the overall usability of the knife is. So yeah, here's the Alliance Designs OG Jasmine. Beautiful knife.